Hello everyone! Today is such an exciting video because I will be reviewing brand new clean beauty brand Minori. They just launched last week and I got my package this week and I'm opening and trying everything for the very first time. So you're getting my first impressions and honest thoughts about all these products. So Minori is a brand new clean beauty brand and they're all about having minimalist origins, and what I absolutely love is that you can participate in their brand and be involved without having to buy any of their products because they are all about conscious consumption, mindful consumption, which means that you're really thinking about the physical things that you're adding into your life. The founder, Anastasia, she is a certified KonMari consultant. What that means is that she has been trained by Marie Kondo to help people tidy things in their life and pare down their belongings to things that spark joy. So that is the origins of the brand. Minori is like minimalist, origins, minimalist origins. Now, I do want to say that I am friends with the founder, Anastasia. She reached out to me 2-3 years ago on Instagram because we were both new founders in the beauty space. And then we met up in New York City and just hit it off. We chatted for hours and it's kind of been a beautiful friendship ever since. It is so important for any founders to have other founders in your network who are on the same trajectory as you. So from the ideation stage to, building your product to launch. So it's really cool that we've been on the same timeline and been able to watch each other's journey and progression over the years. And it's so funny because when we met, we were like, yeah, we're gonna launch in the spring, which was like 6 months into the future or something. Turns out whenever you're building a company, there's so much more to it. So it's really cool that she launched last week and now finally the Glou Beauty platform is also finally mobile optimized so that anyone, whether you're on a computer or on a mobile device, can use our site, which is so exciting. And something else that was really cool is that both Minori and Glou, we were inspired by the same problem that beauty lovers face, which is that we just have too much stuff. And based off of Anastasia's background as a KonMari consultant and my personal journey as a shopaholic, we've taken two different approaches to solving the same problem. For her, it's creating a beauty line that was just about creating the essentials with shades that are universal and work for everyone. And for me, it was about rehoming products and making sure that there is a better, more sustainable way to shop. Because I am so not a minimalist. I'm pretty much a maximalist, where more is more, and I'm just someone who likes things, and that's okay. I know we're not supposed to be materialistic, but I do consciously surround myself with things that spark joy, and I have also read the whole Marie Kondo, the life-changing magic of tidying up, and it really was life-changing. So it's really interesting that we also have that in common. Okay, so let's get started. This is the beautiful box that I got in the mail this week. And by the way, I bought all these products with my own money. None of this was gifted or PR. I just wanted to buy the whole line to support my friend. And these are completely my honest and real thoughts about all these products. So what I really love, because so often when I'm shopping online, there's so much packaging and it's pretty minimal in here. It's just some tissue paper with a beautiful sticker and the boxes. That's kind of it. Let me show you the boxes because they are really, really special. So there are 3 different products in the line. There's the lip gloss, the blush, and the highlighter. And they each have different line drawing faces, but if you put the boxes together, it kind of creates the whole picture because it wraps around. So that is really cool. Here's the one for highlighters, and then of course for the lip gloss. How cool is that? Now I should mention that Minori is launching with a recycling program in partnership with TerraCycle. If you didn't already know, most beauty products come in packaging that is not recyclable at all. Even if it's made out of like glass or plastic, usually there's different components. So what you can do is request a prepaid shipping label, and you can ship all your empty Minori packaging back to Minori and they will recycle it. Let's start with the blushes. So the blushes come in 2 shades. One of them is Scarlet and the other one is Orchid. Scarlet is described as a brilliant red. Yeah, this is Scarlet right here. Although for me, when I read Brilliant Red, I was like, oh, okay. But in person, to me, it looks a lot more corally than a true red. When I think of a true red, I'm thinking of RMS's Beloved. It's this shade right here. So this is what I think of when I think of like a true brilliant red, and this is Scarlet. So you can definitely see it's a lot more coral than I expected, but this is so amazing. I'm actually wearing it right now, and in the second part of this video, we're gonna do a get ready with me where I swatch and try on the products for the very first time. So yeah, just wanted to have that for comparison. The RMS formula is a lot more emollient, and this is a cream to powder finish, which is my favorite for cream blushes. The other shade is called Orchid, and it's described as a cool mauve. And here are them side by side, so they are very different. And then we have the highlighters, which are also a cream to powder finish. So there's 2 shades. This one is called Champagne. It's a true champagne. And this one is Golden, which is quite golden. Usually I don't really dabble with real gold highlighters because I find that it pulls a little too yellow on my skin, but we shall see about these 2 guys. They are so cute and so pretty. For the lip glosses, they come in 4 different shades. The first one is Dream, which I don't have. It is a cloudy clear. And then there is Cozy, which is this one. It's a warm nude. Juneberry. And Blossom, which is a warm petal pink. Now, what I found was that Juneberry and Blossom are so similar. I know it looks really similar on the camera. It looks really similar in pictures, but this one has a more of like a golden sparkle, and this one has more like a pinky blue iridescent sparkle to it. Not like true sparkles, it's just like very fine shimmer. Let's get to some swatches. So this is Scarlet. So it does sheer out really easily. I do find that it is quite buildable. So that is Scarlet, and this is Orchid. And here is another layer of Orchid, and they do sheer out quite beautifully. And once they set, like, that's pretty much it. Let me compare it to the Rare Beauty in Nearly Neutral. And then, for comparison's sake, this is Milk Makeup's In Work, which is more of a stick formula. And then we have Nudestix in Sunset Strip, which is like a much deeper coral. So there we go. So from top to bottom, we have Scarlet, Orchid, Rare Beauty's Nearly Neutral, Milk Makeup's Work, and Nudestix Sunset Strip. I have a bonus. This is Westman Atelier's Petal. There we go. Okay, so now let's move on to swatching the highlighters. Here's Champagne. And then we also have Golden. So So this is golden, and then this one is champagne. And they are not full, they're not like shimmery or sparkly, which is really amazing. When they blend out, they just look like a super natural, healthy glow. Now, when it comes to cream to powder highlighters, what came to mind immediately was the one I have from Hourglass, which I have in the shade called Champagne Flash. So this is the Hourglass champagne colored compared to the Minori champagne. So this is Champagne Flash. You can see this one is like a lot more makeup-y and like boom boom flash. And that kind of just like illustrates how natural the Minori look is. Both of the highlight shades are quite warm. My favorite warm highlighter of all time is the Westman Atelier Super Loaded Tinted Highlight in Peau de Pêche. Yeah, this one, of course, it's the tinted highlight, so there's a lot more pigment to it, and I use it in a very different way, but I just wanted to illustrate, like, here are the two highlighters that came to mind when I saw the Minori shades. So now I will show you me putting on the products for the very first time. Okay, so I have already prepped my skin with Caudalie Vino Pure. I also moisturized with the Grown Alchemist Age Repair Moisturizer, which I also find is an amazing primer. And that's all I have on my face, and I'm so excited to try everything. Okay, notifications. So first I'm gonna start with the Nudestix concealer. This concealer I've been really liking for under the eyes. There we go. Lots of good concealing action happening. I'm also gonna do a little touch up with Westman Atelier's Vital Skin Foundation in Atelier 1 with the Gucci Westman way. Okay, not bad. I wanna do all my makeup and then go in with the Minori products. So here is my Kosas Brow Gel, and I'm just gonna swipe on a wee bit of mascara. Finally getting a haircut on Friday, and I can't wait. I feel prepped now. First, I'm going to use Scarlet for the blush. Here it is. Ooh, I'm liking that. You know what? The texture almost reminds me of the Rare Beauty, the blush, the solid blush with the little divot. I can't remember what it's called. However, it's a little bit more emollient. I find that one is super silicone-y and it really dries down to a very powder-like finish. Whereas this also has a very powder-like finish, however, and blends like an absolute dream. Except I am definitely liking this a little bit more in terms of the finish. And it's pretty easily buildable. I'm really liking this shade. I find with the Rare Beauty one, I really have to like build and build and build, and then it kind of wears off a little bit. And I mean, it's super easy to touch up because of the little compact, but I do find it not one that I reach for all the time, just because it can be a little bit finicky and I find it takes forever to build up, which is kind of saying a lot because I'm just so pale. And that's just usually I have the opposite problem where I just can't sheer something out enough. But this is super buildable. Really liking it. Okay, there we go. That is the blushy blush. I might just tap on just a little bit more, but like look how natural that finish is. Okay, I know I got some lines to like buff out. Really loving this color. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with Orchid on my eyes. Ugh, that feeling of like dipping into a brand new pan, or I guess a pot in this case. This reminds me a lot of the Bite multi-sticks that were discontinued that I absolutely loved wearing on my eyes, but it's discontinued, so no more. Yeah, so there we go. Okay, so now for the highlighters. But which one do I want to wear today? Okay, I'm gonna go for Champagne because I know it's a color that works on me. I'm really hesitant with gold highlighters because they generally pull like too yellow on me, which isn't all that flattering. However, this one might be okay. This is such a beautiful texture. Oh, baby. This definitely is like not glittery at all. It's just so naturally glowy. And this is definitely like a cream to powder finish again, which is basically my favorite finish for highlighters. Others, like, I don't like them to be too emollient because I find that they wear off. So when it dries down to like a more powdery finish, I find it has a little bit more staying power. Okay. This is some good stuff. Oh my gosh. It is just so natural looking. You know what? I want to use scarlet on my lips too. Pop of color. Last but not least, we gotta finish off with a lip. Okay, so I got 3 out of the 4 lip glosses. I am super feeling this warm nude. Oh my gosh. Look at this. This is so satisfying. Ugh, look at that brand new swiper. Boom! So this is the applicator, which is a really cool shape. I've never seen this before. This is a really, really good applicator. There is a slight scent to the gloss. I've been looking for like a warm gloss for a really long time. It's like slightly citrusy, so perfect for summer. I do like when there is a slight fragrance to my lip products, just because I feel like it enhances the experience a little bit. When it's just plain, it just feels like meh. But again, it comes down to personal preference. I'm so obsessed with this gloss. It is like not highly pigmented, kind of just sheer-ish. So this is just like one swipe. Do you see that? This is Cozy right there. So now we have, this one is Blossom. Oh, this is so satisfying. Look at this. So that's one coat of Blossom. And now let me just go in with a slightly deeper swatch with another coat. And this is a natural light. Like, I use a window as my light source. And last but not least, we have Juneberry. This is one coat of the Juneberry, and it definitely is a much cooler base than the other two. Let's just load her up. Okay, so that is with a thicker coat. So, oh, there we go. So we have Cozy, Blossom, and Juneberry. And again, like, these two I find are so similar, swatched. Still, like, I can definitely tell one is warmer and one is slightly cooler, but definitely I would pick one or the other. I will be giving one of these away, probably to my best friend, who I'm about to run off and see. So I'm going to hit town, go outside for lunch, see how this wears. I will be back in a few hours to do a check-in on the wear time of all these products. Okay, so I am back. I've been out for like 4-ish hours, went for lunch, was wearing a mask sort of on and off. So given all that, I'm kind of impressed with the staying power because there's so many clean beauty products and just blushes in general that it seems like my skin just eats up. The lighting's not great right now, but you can definitely see it's still my eyes. It's kind of worn off on this side, less so on this side, but it has just blended seamlessly in with my skin, which is amazing. And when the lighting is better, I'm gonna sit down again and give you all my thoughts. So my overall thoughts about the products. So first is the website and the whole buying experience. I loved how much information there was on the website, both about the brand, why they exist, about Anastasia, the founder, and the high level of transparency on each of their product pages. They have a section where they show you the ingredients, and you can scroll over each of the ingredients to find out what that ingredient is contributing to in the overall formula, which for someone who's such like an ingredient nerd like me, like I love being able to read a label and know exactly why things are in a product. And I think that level of transparency is like so revolutionary in a way. And it's so important that we are aware of not just what we buy and what we consume, but also what is the makeup of each of our products and what's in it and what we are putting in or on our bodies. I love that the formulas are all clean, because that means that I can put all these products on a daily basis and not feel guilty that I might be putting some untested chemicals in my body. I know that sounds really weird because all ingredients in cosmetics are indeed safe. However, when you're using a lot of different products on your body every single day, you are using a lot of chemicals at a level that's much higher than what it was rated for in an individual product, and it just contributes to your toxic load. So I love that the ingredients are amazing. I know that Anastasia spent so long perfecting these formulas, and she's someone who really knows her stuff. And she's just worked so hard and put so much thought into each of these shades. And I also love how inclusive the brand is. There's a range of skin tones represented on all the models, and you can see that they each wear the products so beautifully and how these products just enhance their natural beauty. This is not like a super makeup-y line. This is definitely very understated and elegant, and something you can just throw on and be able to trust that it's gonna stay there all day. In terms of the formulas, I like the blushes the most because I'm just someone who just loves cream blushes so much. The highlighters, the colors are a little bit on the warm side, and it would have been, I think I would have liked them more if they were slightly more neutral. However, I really like the staying power of both the highlighters and the blushes and the extremely natural finish. I think on the website it says that the blush gives kind of a dewier finish. I don't totally agree with that. It's not super dewy like my Kosas or RMS blushes would be, or even I think the Ilia ones I have. These are a much more natural finish. So it is just perfect for wearing in warmer weather, especially if you're like me and you get super sweaty. Now, the one thing I don't love about the packaging is the size of the pots. So what I find is that these are kind of deep. So if you have long fingernails, you might not be able to like stick your finger into the pots very easily. And based off of the size of the pots, I didn't have that many makeup brushes that would fit well into this area. The brush I find that is the most perfect size for these blushes is the Westman Atelier Baby Blender, which is probably my favorite brush out of the whole Westman Atelier line, but like it just fits so perfectly into the little pots and picks up the perfect amount of product. That's really the only thing I don't love about the packaging. It's just deep and hard to get into. Now for the lip glosses, I do absolutely love the scent and the flavor. What I find with a lot of lip glosses is that sometimes the formula gets caught in the back of your throat because like you do consume some level of product and it just feels like you've just eaten something really oily. I don't find that with these at all. They are super sheer, so they're not going to add a lot of color, but the doe foot applicator is absolutely amazing and they feel so good on the lips. It's hydrating and it's truly non-sticky. And so many lip glosses claim to be non-sticky, but I still find them a little bit sticky. Even the super popular Tower 28 gloss, I still find that a little bit sticky, but these are not sticky at all. And the last thing that I found wasn't super helpful on the website was that there were no swatch comparisons, pretty much like this, on several different skin tones. It's really helpful for me to see what shades look like on a range of skin tones so I can gauge if something is appearing super pigmented on someone with deep skin tone. I know it's probably not going to work out for me. It's going to be too pigmented and too difficult to work with on someone who is quite fair. That's kind of like the only thing that made the purchasing experience a little bit more difficult and what I didn't love. But I knew that the blushes were definitely two products I would have bought regardless of whether or not I knew Anastasia. This brand, their whole aesthetic is so beautiful and so thoughtfully curated. And yeah, so that's pretty much my little review and thoughts on Minori Beauty. I really do hope you check them out, both on the website and on Instagram, where you can be involved with the brand without having to purchase anything. Their philosophy and ethos is so positive and something that is really missing in the beauty community. A brand that really preaches sustainability and mindful consumption, but without doing a hard sell on buy our stuff. So if you feel like there's room in your life for these products, go ahead, add them to your cart, support Minori, which is a female-founded small beauty brand that just got their start. Let me know what you think of Minori, if it's something that, if their brand is one that resonates with you, if you're gonna check it out. Don't forget that Glou Beauty, our platform, is finally mobile optimized. So if you're someone who does everything on your phone, you can finally list and shop from the palm of your hand on the go, which is really great because if you're out shopping for a new product, you can check Glou first to see if someone is selling that product, and you might be able to rehome a product that is underloved by someone else, which means that it is the more sustainable option, and oftentimes you're saving a lot of money too, which is a great bonus. So thank you so much for watching until the end, and I will see you all very soon. Bye!